I know this is one of the questions that is longing or lingering into the heads of many who are really watching this channel on whether Jurrien Timber is going to be available for the game of Tottenham Hotspur. As we went into the Mikel Arteta press conference, we all thought that this was going to be on the agenda, and exactly what we thought is what went ahead to happen. And this man went ahead, obviously put into a very huge ocean of questions, but one of the hugest I'm going to see that I've started with is that of Jurrien Timber, whether it's available for the game of Tottenham Hotspur or not. Good evening. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Let's see close to 400 likes marking this video, and continue to subscribe because we are soon hitting a milestone that we've always gone ahead to pray for, to obviously hit. And you know what we want to hit. We want to hit 21,000 subscribers before the end of this week, guys. This week we have to hit 21,000 subscribers, and we are less by 130 subscribers. So guys, continue to obviously do the needful and subscribe to this channel to see to it that we hit that milestone in a nick of time. The Muslims, we thank God for the gift of life. The Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And for the Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum. Now let's start it off with a question that was really given to or exposed to the manager or directed to Mikel Arteta on Jurrien Timber's availability ahead of this London derby. He said, we have to make that decision tomorrow, that is on Saturday after the training session. He's very close. I don't know if this is too early, but he's very close now. And this is what you expected from Mikel Arteta to get, but we all know that he went ahead to let us know that he needs to obviously get in what we call a match. It's called what? He needed to really get in what we call a match fitness test. And that match fitness test was taken on Monday when Arsenal was playing against, when Arsenal under-21s were playing against Blackburn Rovers, and he scored a very beautiful goal, played 45 minutes, that he got into his tank, and now looks like he's ready to obviously not even play another game. I thought that he's going to play another game, by the way, but the manager is going to really test him tomorrow. And I know, having gone ahead to get in 45 minutes, the manager is going to get him in, because remember, after Tomiyasu was given 45 minutes when Arsenal was playing against QPR in that game, behind closed doors game that was played, as other players went to the international break, he stayed and really played very well. And ever since then, he came into the team of Arsenal. I don't think that he'll need to play another game, like of the under-21s, to see to it that he gets himself into that position of getting where he deserves to be as a player. So I think he's going to be available for the game of Spurs, and he's going to make the match squad for Arsenal for the very first time ever since the game he played against Nottingham Forest. I think it was around the 17th, right, of this season. That was August last year. So it's all good for him, and it's really very important to have Jurrien Timber into the mix. If you saw the goal he scored against Blackburn Rovers, you really understand that he can really pull out very many moments like those, because he is unpredictable. Every time he gets the ball, even if you try to press him, he's a press resistant player. He'll come out and really do and pull out a moment of magic. So it is really very, very, very hard to obviously keep him out of the game, because when you see most of the talented players that play as fullbacks and are good on the ball, they're really very hard to stop. Do you know why they're really very hard to stop? The answer is simple. They're really very hard to stop because you cannot find yourself in a position of obviously stopping him from playing. And when he's coming from the first or second third of the pitch, most of you are compacting into your half, and he's seeing you very well. He can either put out a pass, a line-breaking pass. He can either go in for a shot like he did in the game of Blackburn Rovers, and it went into the top corner. Or else, he can really say, I'm going to really skip past you with my skill set. He can dummy them. He can net mag them. He can do lots of things on the ball. That is Jurrien Timber, and that is why his return is really very important in a game of football like this. And the most worried player for the return of Jurrien Timber is none other than Zinchenko. You find a reason to ask what Zinchenko is going to be doing at Arsenal, because if this guy returns, I don't see Zinchenko having a chance. I don't see Zinchenko having a chance to obviously come in through and play part into the side of Arsenal. Why? Before Jurrien Timber came in through, he is now third field when it comes to the left backs of Arsenal. Kivio, Tomiyasu are really ahead of him. Now another one is coming to add himself onto that, and that is none other than Jurrien Timber. So if the queue is like that, I think Zinchenko, if Arteta doesn't improvise a position in the midfield for him, all else to try to play him as a competitor for Bukayo Saka as a right forward, I don't find it sane of him staying at Arsenal. I know how hungry he is to play games of football, and he enjoys to play in the midfield a lot, all as a left back, because at Man City he was being played in different positions. That's why he went ahead to leave. And I don't know what Arteta is going to do to really Zinchenko, because Zinchenko is really one of those players that Arteta loves a lot because of his technique. Obviously, he has the best technique at Arsenal, that is it. But he cannot balance the two very well. If Zinchenko was good at balancing the two, like the defensive side and the offensive side, no player would have gone to come in through at Arsenal to really overtake him. But because these three players are really good at both, and yet Zinchenko is good at one, there is no reason as to why he's going to be kept playing into that game or that team of Arsenal. He has no chance to obviously compete with other teams into that ilk. That is Zinchenko for you. So we wait and see how that pans out. But for me, I'm 100% sure Timber is going to make it to the squad, unless otherwise he gets a setback in an injury. But he's going to be available as Arsenal takes on Spurs, making what we call the match squad for the very first time ever since he joined the side of Arsenal, right? So we know he last played when they played against Nottingham Forest, and he's back, and congratulations to this person, because all what was needed was him to get into those levels of obviously becoming one of the most important players that can do the job onto that level. So that is none other than Jurrien Timber. And when Arteta was asked about how tougher the squad is this season, he said, yeah, the availability we mentioned before is going to be something key. It's true that apart from Jurrien Timber, we are going to be very close to having everybody available, and that's a huge boost. That elevates the training sessions, the competition between the players, and to pick the right line up to change the game. It's something really important. Now, obviously, we all know that one of the players that has gone ahead to be really out for some long time has been Jurrien Timber. He has been out for 8 months. You know, I think Partey has been out for like 5-6 months at the side of Arsenal. So it obviously gives him a very good goal to obviously brag about it, that at least for me I've been available. But having a fully fit squad is really going to be important for the club of Arsenal, because Arteta has every bullet he wants at his disposal to obviously shoot at his opponents, and in so doing, he has all what it takes to really put Man City to the HS. I know that Man City, if they win all their games, they will be 2 points ahead of Arsenal. That means on the final day, if Arsenal keeps winning its games, for the final day, we will have to see to it that they tussle it out. Arsenal, the final day, is playing Everton, and Man City, let me check Man City here. What team are they playing on the final day? Arsenal. Let's check Man City here. Man City are closing down the season when they are playing against they are closing the season when they are playing against West Ham at their stadium. So Arsenal will be playing Everton. So wait to see how that pans out. But Man City is left with Nottingham Forest, Wolverhampton Wanderers away. Wolverhampton Wanderers at home, Nottingham away, Fulham away, Tottenham away, and West Ham away. Put your eyes on these two games. Fulham right? Fulham, Nottingham, and Tottenham. Those are the 3 games that this side needs to win to the fullest to get themselves going, or to be up and running in a little bit of a mix-up. So this presence of these players of Arsenal is really very important for the squad of Mikel Arteta, and even Arteta knows it very well that if he's to go to that further level, he needs these players available. But what a season they've gonna hit to keep, because with very many teams having injuries, Arsenal's gonna hit obviously overcome them. Not that they haven't been here having very many injuries, but they found themselves in a position of really getting a lot, getting a lot of players available, and their squad is gonna hit obviously blossom, after that break, after signing those players in. Now, when we go to Arteta on his selection headaches, he said it's good headaches though. Yes, you feel for the players a bit as well because of how much they want it and how much everyone wants to start and contribute to the team and impact the team in the right way. So it's always difficult, and it's part of the job as well. They are fully ready to come onto the pitch at whatever time we need to try to help us win the matches. Their spirit is so good. So he's talking about the selection headache, something that I believe is really something little and something that shouldn't even be bothered, because if you look at the side of Arsenal and the injuries they're gonna hit to have, it has gonna hit to affect them, but they've gonna hit obviously weather through the storm. Look at the team I support, Man United. Has it gonna hit to weather through the storm? I tell you no, because the manager doesn't have very many players that can obviously do the job. But at that juncture, you'll understand how big this is for Arsenal and how he likes these selection headaches. For any manager, he would go for this because he knows how important it is. Every manager would like to be having a selection headache. That is it. Every manager would love to be having a selection headache, and that's what Mikel Arteta really goes ahead and obviously preach into this. And I really understand exactly why he's okay with the selection headache, because it comes in through at a very, very huge time to obviously create competition. When you're having all your players available, like he said, he wants a full fit squad, and he has gone here to have it. These players obviously look at how Kai Havertz is performing, because he knows that I'm having an able player like Gabriel Jesus onto the bench. You understand? Look at how Jakub Kiwior plays when he comes on through Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, and how Timber's gonna hit to join the queue. That is really very much calling for everyone to really understand that it is really a moment of truth to obviously see to it that everything goes on as well, because competition obviously keeps the team going. Look at how Declan Rice plays, because he knows that Partey, Jorginho can come in through and do the job. You understand? So that is exactly what is happening, and the beauty of really having the selection headache. And I think the manager, Mikel Arteta, will obviously love it die. For me, that's what I really believe it's really gonna mean to him. So guys, go into the comment section, tell me your thoughts about Arteta talking about the availability of Jurrien Timber ahead of this tie that Arsenal is going to be playing against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. Selection headache, I was going to hit a hint about it, and what it means to obviously do it that you have your squad and how tough it's going to be. And obviously they have to credit themselves, because Erik ten Hag wanted United to take the doctor. The head of the physio team of Arsenal took him, but it has been vice versa. Where he went, injuries are really surging. At Arsenal, injuries are not as much as they are at Man United. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye-bye.